Always a pleasure to be joined by UFC light heavyweight contender Aleksandar Rakic. Back in Abu Dhabi, he takes on Azamat Murzakanov, main card opener on Saturday. How are you, Aleksandar?
I'm feeling great. Came last night here, energy level very high, so very excited.
Yeah, and you draw an undefeated contender. Does it motivate you? I mean, you used to be that guy when you first came into the UFC, right? So now the roles are reversed. You're the veteran taking on that guy. Does that motivate you extra when you get a guy who's undefeated?
100%. I mean, I fought already one of the best guys in the division, and Azamat is I would not say a newcomer, but he is like coming for a very impressive winning streak, 15-0. That of course motivates me to take the 0 from him. And yeah, just to build my way back to the top.
How familiar were you with him? Have you watched his fights before, or only when you got booked did you start like watching tape?
No, I got to recognize him only when they offered me him. I didn't have him on my radar yet.
Yeah.
But of course, I watched all the fights, study his game, and yeah, I knew. Now I know more about him.
And what have you thought of his run so far?
He's very impressive, a very good striker, like more basic, striking based, a short southpaw, you know. Very aggressive, good boxing, but you know, my background is also striking, so yeah, it will be a very fun match, and I think the UFC start now to, of course, building him up, you know, and you know, this is, I think, the first fight in the top 10 for him. You know, I've been fighting the last 5-6 years there, so yeah, just gonna welcome him to the top 10, and don't let him to take any my place in the rankings, especially, you know, to the top.
Do you see this being a striking battle? Because I feel like grappling is quite underrated part of your game. So do you feel like you guys are going to mix it up in there, or do you feel like it's going to be a stand-up battle?
It depends what Azamat brings, you know. I know I did everything. I did my homework. I'm not only a striker. I mean, my background is striking or was striking, but I'm a complete MMA fighter, and I would say for myself that I'm one of the most complete guys in the division. I didn't show it often, my grappling and wrestling, but we will see. Maybe on this Saturday we will see. What it depends what he brings. You know, it depends how his reaction to my action is, or my reaction to his action, and then we will see from where the fight goes. But wherever it goes, I will have an answer, and that's very important.
How have you felt since coming back from the injury? Obviously, the Yuri fight, you started off really well, and Yuri's kind of a wild fighter, and he pulls you into these kind of fights. Maybe you're a little more hesitant against Ankalaev. Do you feel like you have 100% shown the Rakic that people know, or not yet? Like, how have you felt physically since the injury?
Yeah, it was a long layoff before the Yuri fight, 2 years off. You know, coming back from injury, it was a very good fight, very competitive, and yeah, then the fight against Ankalaev, of course, it was like a half final, because the winner of that fight fought for the title, and in that case was Ankalaev, and became champion. So I think the true potential and the full potential from Aleksandar Rakic you will see on Saturday. I make a big decision after the Ankalaev fight. I changed teams. I changed my whole team. I have a new head coach. Training in Serbia full time, and yeah, it took me like 1 year exactly now from the last fight to digest everything, and to work with the new team, and to get clicked, you know, and yeah, so I believe that you will see on Saturday night the full potential of Aleksandar Rakic.
Do you feel any pressure at all? This is an unfamiliar part of your career. I know you're not used to kind of being on a losing skid. So do you feel any extra pressure now with the change of team or anything, or how are you taking this?
I don't feel any like negative pressure from my side. I know what I'm capable of, and I know I have so much self-confidence. I did my homework the last 8 weeks, 2 months without family, kids, you know, been hard for me. But that's life, and I did everything what it's in my power to get ready for that fight. I really trained hard for that one, and because like you said, I'm coming from a 3-fight losing streak, but the people don't know who I faced. I faced 3 former champions, and in those 3 fights, I mean, I lost them, but I never got in my UFC career like beaten up, like not having a zero chance, and I put pressure on myself, of course, but it's a positive pressure because I know myself and when I put pressure, positive pressure, I perform better. So I see the only positive. I don't have any in my mind that I have any pressure to lose or thing, because I'm not thinking on losing at all. I'm thinking just on myself, on my skills, on my game, what I'm gonna bring it to him. And of course, I watch him, I respect him, but in that case, I really don't pay attention about him like I used to do before my fights with Ankalaev, Prohaska, and the other guys.
So you've been focusing on yourself, like this.
100%. The last 8 weeks only on myself and only what I want, what I do.
Yeah, and after you fought Ankalaev, he went on to become champion and then lost his belt to Alex Pereira. What's your reaction to everything that's been going down in the title picture? Were you surprised that Ankalaev beat him the first time, and were you surprised that Pereira was able to get it back?
I was very surprised, and I was in one kind of happy for Ankalaev that he won the belt, because he came straight after our fight. We had a very competitive fight last year, and then he came and won the belt. I was very happy about that, and then it took like a while to get a rematch, and more impressive I was with Alex Pereira and his victory over him, how he did it. You just saw that he really wants it, only starting the fight. I mean, I watched Pereira for a long time. He never starts a fight like that, He was really aggressive, pushing the pedal, pushing, and he really wants it. So, congrats to the champ, to the old new champ. He did very well, very impressive, and hats off.
Doesn't look like we're going to see a trilogy based off of what Alex is saying, but do you feel like there needs to be a trilogy between them?
I don't think so. I think in that way, how Ankalaev lost the title, I think he is not in a place to get a rematch immediately. I mean, if it was a war, 3 rounds, five rounds, and go back and forward, and Alex won, then I would say, okay, yes, a rematch. But in that way, it was a beating up, So I think also the Yuri trilogy doesn't make sense for me, because the same. If Yuri if he had a very competitive fight against Alex, then makes sense. But Alex knocked him out twice, and I think there is other matches to put on before to fight for the title. So, for example, a great fight would be Ankalaev against Yuri. Putting maybe Ulberg to fight Pereira. So there is many guys, many guys.
But Pereira is talking about, he called out John Jones. Some people think he might go up to heavyweight. Do you think at this point for the division, would that be a bad thing, good thing? Like what?
I think it will be a little bit bad thing, because he's gonna hold on to the division. Probably the UFC should then make an interim title. But of course, heavyweight it's much easier for him. No weight cut, more money obviously, and big name. He put a performance, and he put a career that he can do it. He's not he deserved that. He deserved to fight for the heavyweight in heavyweight against a big name, because the resume what he had.
Yeah, now let's go back to you. With a win over Azamat, do you feel, because you fought a lot of the guys at the top, are there any losses that you want to get back particularly, or are you looking at fresh faces like maybe a Khalil Roundtree? Like, where do you see your path with the win over Azamat?
I would love to have any loss I had in the UFC. I mean, especially the last three. I would get a revenge, of course, but it's clear for me. It's not a name. My goal for me is the title goal, and if it's the same name like I fought, then it's perfect. If not, then not. I just know that I didn't get beat up by those guys. What I lost, I put very good. I respond very good. So of course, for my ego, I would love to fight them against, because I changed teams, because I feel that I improved in the last year, because I'm completely different than a year before when we talked, because always the thinking about the sport, I changed a lot. My new head coach Nemanja Milosevic, the best from the whole Balkans, a long-time friend of me, he changed my idea of MMA, how to train, how to fight, and how to have a camp, so that's unbelievable, how I changed in 1 year.
Yeah. Does any particular loss hurt more than the other out of the three?
All of them hurts the most. I think probably I had a very good camp. I mean, all my camps were good back in the days, but of course, the loss against Yuri hurts, because it was UFC 300. The fight, I was like probably dominating the fight until he finished me. I had many problems in that fight week. I had a big bacteria on my elbow and heavy medications. Like I said, it's not I would not say I lost because of that, but that affected my cardio, because I've been in that game for a long time, and I was never ever so tired in any fight like in that fight. Not because Yuri put the pressure, it's because I went for so many things in that fight week, heavy medication, and I didn't feel the same. So that loss hurt the most. And because of course we are from Europe, we are close by, I need to get this derby and in the future. But right now in my mind only myself first, and then Azamat.
Yeah. And what does the perfect fight look like for you on Saturday?
A finish in the first round would be very, very nice, and yeah, I'm looking forward for that.
Yeah. Well, Aleksandar, thank you so much. Always appreciate the time. Good luck.
Thank you.